Okay guys, today we got some news from the very past. Linea has released their tokenomics. They will be doing an airdrop really soon, and they will be dropping their token very soon. I'm here to tell you my expectations and give you the information. Stay tuned because you might be part of a huge crime. So 85% of the token will be for ecosystem allocation. 15% is to the consensus treasury with a 5-year lockup. This is the mother company of Linea. So Linea will have some burning and natural yields and whatever, I don't really care. But it has a dual burn mechanism that when you use the chain, gas fees are paid in ETH, 20% of the gas fees will be used to burn ETH, and 80% will be used to burn Linea. The ecosystem fund, as we've said, has 85% of the supply, but 10% of that will be given to Airdrop. Yep, the Airdrop is going to be 10%, 9% for users, and 1% for strategic builders. I really don't know who these guys are. However, at TG, 22% of the supply will be circulating. I'm really interested to see where the other 12% goes to. I guess it's going to be listed day one on all major centralized exchanges, so it will need a lot of liquidity. But the question is, where is, 12% is quite a lot, even for liquidity. So I guess some of that will be given to ecosystem activation, so they will give it, so you use the chain. But yep, 9% for airdrop. We were farming for 2 years. LXP, LXPL spent hundreds of dollars on their chain while it was early. I guess this is major crime season. So what should we expect in terms of FDV? Nobody knows, but a lot of people say 5 to 10 billion just due to the funding of the consensus company or, due to centralized exchange listings. However, Linea has just 150 million in TVL, which has grown due to the price increase of Ethereum. But in general, the chain is dead. The chain is pretty dead. The applications on the chain are also pretty dead, like even the lending protocol of Zeroline is super small. And the biggest thing there is like the liquid staking and some lending stuff, and their dexes are dead. This is not a good chain by any metric. The chain is dead. Nobody's really even using it at the moment. Like the fees they make every single day are pretty low, to be completely honest with you. Like they're not making enough money every single month. Like it's super down. It's super down. That's all I want to say. Even though they made a lot of fees in the past, all of this period, they made loads of money with fees. However, right now nobody's really using it. You can see the usage here is pretty bottomed and the TVL is super low. So what you can expect? Well, the first thing that you will be expecting is to see a crime chart like Zora. Yep, Zora did it an 8x from the lows, maybe a 10x, who knows. Yep, major crime season happening over here, supported by the base ecosystem and chain. Well done to them. Congratulations. This is like Mantra 2.0. But you can expect that from Linea as well, and potentially a lot of other projects. Because they've made a lot of money, and after you dump, you start here, you dump, they will start buying up and they will push it up, fully manipulate the market, and then they will start dumping here again, slowly, so they can make a profit. So let's see some competitors to Linea. Arbitrum, 50% circulating, 4.2 billion fully diluted valuation. Mandel, 4.7 billion fully diluted valuation. In terms of TVL, that would be a very nice question. That would be a very nice question. How much TVL do these chains, layer 2s, have? We have WorldCoin with 2 billion market cap and 110 billion actually. Fully diluted valuation, like this is probably the biggest layer 2. And Optimism, one of the biggest layer 2s and one of the most well known, 3 billion. Okay, that's interesting prices. So we got base here, not yet tokenized. We see Arbitrum. Okay, Arbitrum, very big DeFi. very well known. Then we have Polygon, which is layer 1, so it doesn't count. Unichain, Uniswap has like 10 billion fully diluted valuation, but this is not about Unichain alone. But let's see, what else? Optimism, 400 million TVL. Alright, where is Mantle? Mantle with 235, okay. And somewhere around here should be WorldCoin. You see Scroll here, 100 million, like liquidity on Ethereum L2 is way too fragmented like right now. Base is really the central place and Arbitrum. All of the other rounds pretty dead, I would say. Pretty dead. There's not enough liquidity on layers, but if you see these valuations, you could get an understanding of, 5 billion. It's not easy to get for Linea. And it's 22 million in 22% in circulating supply. So, let's see a chain that looks like Linea. Yeah, I would say Eclipse. They don't have the same backing, but yeah, the launch at 300 million. So we should remember that. We should see, for example, Scroll, which is at 300 million. We should see ZK Sync. We should see also the bad examples of layer 2s. 1.2 billion with a lot of circulating supply. Water, Starknet, maybe one of the best examples. We see chains that are dead, that nobody uses, 1.2 billion. So in all honesty, the only reason for Linea to have a good value is if they inject funds, or if they do major listings, or, Jesus come back to earth. But I would say that you should expect it around 2 to 3 billion. This is the most realistic, fully diluted valuation, and maybe 5 billion maximum euphoria scenario, which I don't expect to happen. But what you can very much expect is no matter what happens, at some time in the future, they're going to be committing the crime you see on your screen right now. They're going to be committing this crime because they've made so many fees. And the more fees they make, the more Linea is burned. So my opinion is that Linea should actually, if I'm completely honest, Linea should not launch at over 1 billion FDV. This is the minimum, but this is also the most fair valuation. Also, Linea will probably launch at around 3 billion. That's my expectation. Some people say 5 billion. If you see 5 billion fully diluted valuation from Linea, just click the sell button, sell all your allocation, which is not going to be very big. 9% for Airdrop. Congratulations. We got scammed again. But that's just me. Guys, in all honesty, I really hope they should launch at 100 billion, 10 billion, fully diluted valuation. I don't care. I'm just happy that finally we are going to be getting some kind of cashback. Except if they do a major crime, which is eligibility is determined through activity-based metrics, such as LXP and authentic on-chain participation. Do you understand this? I really expect that there is a very big potential that they're going to fuck us up completely, just because we have not used Linea that much in the past 6 months. I really hope they don't do so. I really hope they find Sybils and bots and whatever, but I'm really scared that we are not even going to be getting a piece of the 9%. That's all for me right now. Let me know what your expectation for Linea is down below in the comments, and make sure to watch the other videos because I have dropped some significant alpha. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the next video.